But you know, I mean, life is life, brother.
Yes.
I just got this thing recently. Fucking, yo, for the amount of money I paid for it, this thing rips, dude.
It does.
Especially when I put the fan mode on.
Fucking, fucking choke on the smoke.
I'll be putting it on like four
Okay,
on the third one, so it go, like really blowing it up. You know what I think is great about the music that we're doing too? It's authentically us. You know.
I'm live. I can't take a call.
Oh, it's homeboy. They call him back. This won't be long.
I was gonna leave it a little bit anyway,
But I think what we're doing is raw. Not like raw in like a nasty or like a unclean way, but
raw in a clean,
like raw and like yeah, like we're
clean way, not a like
it's the way we're recording. It's raw. It's DIY. It's
very
going
DIY.
it's going back to like the original punk bands that were doing it back in the
It's
day.
a
Like,
basement. We're basically doing it out of the back of the garage, like back room of a garage. Like you walk out of the studio, it's a little hallway. There's a door. That door's the garage. So it's like we're basically a garage band back like how they did in the '90s kids. So suit sets, but very DIY.
Well, technically, since we were born in the '90s, we're 2000s kids, bro. No, it's true because we didn't really grow up in the '90s. You know, we grew up in the 2000s.
Gen Z sucks. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we're not Gen Z. We're like I'm like I think '96 or '95.
97.
Is '97 the millennial cutoff now? Are they just pushing it back every year?
I
Because
don't know. Because
first they
I
said it
hope
was
they push it
95.
back to '98.
First they said it was 95. Then they said now it's 90. Last time I heard it was 96. Now you're saying
Last
it's
time I
97.
heard it's '97.
Look it up. Get it. If Google will get a fucking flat answer for us, for fuck's
Watch,
sake.
watch,
I'm not talking shit, Google. Don't worry.
watch this.
There's just a lot of different answers. I put this sticker on my vaporizer that says "Be brave, be strong, be fearless." It has a flower on it. I don't know why I put it there, but I think it looks kind of cool. I'm a fucking idiot. My girl was definitely a millennial. She was born 84. So she actually got to grow up in the 90s and shit.
Trying to find the list. The greatest generation, 1901 to 1924.
The greatest generation.
Yes, that's what it's called.
What'd you look off? Millennial cutoff?
No, that's it. Here we go. I don't understand, but alright. Last time I heard it was 97, but here it says Generation Y and Millennials till 94.
So technically, in some aspects, some people will say people after 94
And
are.
95 to 2012 is Gen Z. And
Well,
right,
I actually could believe
and
that.
right now we're at the end of Gen Alpha. It's till 2025.
I could believe that 95 could be Gen Z because we all grew up with the phones and we didn't get them at first. But we started getting with the PS2, the PSP, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS.
Yeah,
Like kids started to like get more and more into the technology and crap. We still played outside, but
Well, I'm in. This ain't right with the ages because it says the generation names Gen Y or Millennials 1980 to 94. The oldest age today is 38. The youngest age today is 24. When we were born in 1994, we were 30, not 24.
so maybe the website's off. I would have just looked up millennial cutoff.
Like it doesn't. It gives you fucking ridiculous like.
Just look up millennial cutoff. Let's see. Just type that in and see what it gives you. I'm just curious.
Yeah, millennials were born between 81 and 96.
Okay, let's say between 81 and 96, right? But I really don't think that 96 might as well be in the Gen Z bracket because it's right at the end. We kind of like tail end that, you know what I mean? But like really, like I got to see like yellow phone and white pages and yellow pages go away, and like the last payphone get taken out of town, and all types of weird stuff.
Exactly.
Like Blockbuster not being a thing. Like I remember Blockbuster. I remember when they took out Blockbuster.
Yeah, it's all different shit.
There's no real straight answer
No
on that.
straight answer. There's really no straight answer.
I wonder why they counted backwards in the ancient times. Then all of a sudden they started counting the other fucking way. You ever
They
think
have
about
all
that?
these different names for it. There's Baby Boomer 1, Baby Boomer 2, there's Silent Generation, the Greatest Generation, there's World War II generation, World War I generation. I'm like,
Which one is it? Can we just get a fucking
can we get like a list of the actual generation names and the actual years that they end and start? Please, like,
I don't know, man. But I remember we used to hang out on the train tracks.
yeah, because now Wikipedia, you hear this? Wikipedia says the millennials started starting birth years in the mid 90s to the early 2000s. So like what, 2003 you were a millennial? Get the fuck out of here, Wikipedia.
There's no straight answer. It's all bullshit.
Seriously.
Point is, the kids nowadays are super duper advanced because they have all this technology and shit. But we're kind of like the last age that we had it, but it wasn't necessarily like something that we needed. We probably need it now because like we're so dependent on it. But back then we still could have fun just by fucking going outside and like getting into some mischief or whatever you wanted to do.
Alright, this is more like it. The Greatest Generation. The GI generation, 1901 to 1927. The Silent Generation, 28 to 45. So it's the World War. The Baby Boomer generation, our parents, 46 to 60. Well, my parents. 46 to 64.
1946 to 1964. Oh, okay, yeah. My mom was born in 1660. My dad was born in 60. My mom was born in 62.
So, and then Gen X is 65 to 80,
Okay.
and Millennials, or Generation Y, 81 to 96. Gen Z, 97 to 2010, and Gen
what is
Alpha,
this?
2010 to 2024.
This is Wikipedia saying this.
No, this is like,
So what would you personally consider yourself? Millennial?
Parents.com, I don't know, you know, I consider myself, you know, the transition year. It, like, if you were born between, like, literally 95 to 2003,
Yeah.
you were in the well, not 95, if you were born in 97, let's say, to 2003, you were in the transition years of millennial to Gen X, to Gen Z. And I consider myself a millennial because I'm like right at the fucking cutoff of Gen Z and millennial. So.
I think honestly, like, I would like to consider myself a millennial, but I really don't give a shit if I'm a millennial or Gen Z or not, because like I remember what the hell I remember. You know, like I remember growing up, there was still a Blockbuster. I remember there was a Bradley's. I remember there was VHS tapes still. You know, and DVDs were just getting popular. I remember that. So that's my time coming up, you know.
But no, like you, I saw the yellow pages.
Exactly.
I
That's
saw
what's in.
phone booths. Weren't usable, but they were just there. Some were usable, some were
About to
no
be
phones.
taken out.
There were no phones in them, like, you know. But the booth was still there, and you knew that was a phone booth. And you know, when you look at it, it's like, wow, it was like a time machine. You know, I saw all the, you know, the millennial stuff where, you know, where times were better. Kids were kids were tougher. You know, but they say history repeats itself, so hopefully I can see I can hopefully see the next one and live through the next good era.
I'll tell you this. Everybody's hawking the whole new metal style again. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Everybody wants to wear baggy pants and like a corn shirt and like Limp Bizkit shit. I mean, it all comes back around some way, shape, or form. Even hardcore and all that stuff. Like when I was growing up, hardcore was already a thing in the 80s and 90s when it first started, and it continued into the 2000s. Right? So that's when I found it. But let's be honest, the original wave back then. Everything evolves, you know. So now it's on to the next fucking thing, you know. Everything's a goddamn trend.
Yes. There's so much change nowadays.
Everything is trending, and when this thing is dead, it's the next thing. I remember 2010, 2014, everybody was wearing joggers. They had freaking, like the big ass gauges and shit. Like, I don't know, like, scene kids were still a thing, but they're kind of dying out at the same time. I wasn't a scene kid, by the way. I was always a fucking skinhead punk rocker. I mean, I'm myself, but I've always kind of been in that bracket.
But
That's what I'm saying.
we do have to end this video because I do have to head on out. But hopefully we'll be back tomorrow.
We will be back tomorrow. Have a good night.